Hello everybody, this is your favorite Beetle and we are back. Okay, so the Undaunted event just ended and I think we did very well. We made a bit of cash, we played a bit around in dungeons, and we actually got to a point where we got the mount for the event. So how that worked is you need to collect the tickets, these ones over here, the event tickets, and you get 2 every day for your first dungeon, and then you can buy stuff at a ticket vendor. I will show you that now. So after you've got enough tickets, let's quickly move on to where the mount vendor is, and then we can go from there. So the mount vendor in this one was in Craglawn. And it was fun. Like I said, it was a bit of a grind, and that would not have made good video, and you would have gotten bored, and so I spared you all of that. So the ticket vendor that we used, you can either talk to the impresario. What does she sell? Blessed Rubidite, okay, not interested in that. Anything interesting? Okay, that's not bad. That's actually a cool helm. That's not a bad bow. Interesting. Okay, so she sells all of that, and this is the base mount you can get, the nascent indrink. So it looks like a reindeer type of thing, and you have to collect 4 feathers. So how that works is, whoops, so you buy these feathers from her, and you need all 4 to be able to get that. These are little non-combat pets, which I think are cute, and these are the berries. So the moss heart and the onyx berries, you need to yet again collect all 4 to be able to turn that bad boy into one of these. But 10 tickets per berry, it's 40 tickets plus the 20 berries that you need just for the base. It's a lot, but I do agree it is worth it. So we got the 4 feathers. So what you're going to do is go to collectibles, you go to fragments and the Nasik Indrik. So we got all of these. There's also the Soulfire Dragon scales, Dagfall Paladin, all of these nice little goodies. You can take a look at that later. So right click and combined. Nice. Awesome. Okay, so that's basically that. So what does this say? So we have collected the Nasik Indrik, and that can be a mount if we want to, which I think we're going to stick for now. Just as a little reminder, we did do all of the grind, and this was worth it, I believe. We'll see what else we can get later. So you get the Crimson, the red one, Dawnwood, Ice Breath, Luminous, Moss Heart, we saw the Onyx, we saw Pure Snow, and Spectral. So that's all the grinding that we did for this part. Okay, so the Undaunted event is over, so we will be back on our way. I think we left off at Grahtwood, if I could remember correctly, and we will be continuing the main quest there. So let me get back to that and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, and here we are back in Grahtwood. So let's see where we need to go. So if I could remember correctly, we ended up rescuing from the pirates on the beach, and then we were told to go visit the king of Cameron, Aridin, whatever. So let's see what he has to give us or tell us, and then go from there. Ooh, the throne room. We have been summoned, guys. Do we need to bow? Okay. King Cameron.
You're a bold one to approach so fearlessly. Give me a good reason to speak with you. I'll make it seem like you're here at my request. Otherwise, my subjects will think you cut the line and start sizing you up for dinner.
Queen Arian sent me to help deal with the unrest.
How thoughtful. I could hardly turn down such a generous gift. Especially with the trouble brewing in Eldenroot.
Oh really? What trouble? So we got the King's Cameron's boon. Whatever.
How are you at building embassies? You see, Queen Irene promised one would be built for the Khajiit as a gesture of goodwill. But now a year has passed and there's still no Khajiit embassy. This has led to no end of headaches.
I can believe that. What has caused the delay?
Good question. You wish to serve the Comoran throne? You can start by asking Prince Naaman why his people aren't fulfilling their promises. He's the one who seems to have the entire Elden Tree lodged up his flue. I can say that. I'm the king.
Oh, okay. So that's quite nicely said. Who seems to have the entire Elden Tree lodge up his flue. But remember, only he can say that, because he's the king. I'll ask Prince Naaman. Where's this prince? We need to talk, Princey.
Yes? Quickly now. Don't leave your mouth to hang agape.
King Cameron Aridin says there are some problems with the Khajiit embassy.
That again? My sister, Queen Irene, foolishly committed to build the Khajiit an embassy months ago. Everything was to be handled through Ambassador Tarinwe at the Ultima Embassy.
Oh my goodness, it's going to be he said, she said, he did this, no wait, they told me to do this. Why has it been delayed?
No, you don't get to question me, not after you slew High Kin Lady Estri. Do you think I'm one to have a chat with the person who killed my wife? That will break out the Sylphmead and share a good laugh?
Well, you're an arse, because your wife was evil. Sorry. I think Queen Aerie trusts you to put in Dominion's interest before your own.
I suppose that's my burden. Very well. I won't give you the satisfaction of doubting my loyalty. You were asking after the Khajiit?
Yes, and you already forgot, pompous ass. Yes, what could have delayed the embassy's construction?
Ask a stonemason. I have to prepare for the ratification ceremony before Queen Irene's arrival. I can't be troubled with such minor issues. If you care to pursue the matter, speak with Ambassador Tarinwe at the Ultima Embassy.
Told you, it's going to be he said, she said, go there, do this. Take pride in your work. What's a ratification ceremony?
An archaic wood elf ritual. If she dances to their tune, Queen Irene will be recognized by the heavens as a worthy candidate for Emperor of Tamria. Rubbish, if you ask me.
With all that's happening, why did Queen Arian offer to build the Khajiit an embassy?
Well, we
sorry
need to
guys.
be unified against
Finger troubles.
enemies,
ID10
and having
failure.
a high elf in charge is paramount to our success. But do we really need all this coddling?
I
The
imagine so.
ratification ceremony, the business with the embassy, more problems due to harmony.
Okay, so I think after the update, some of the audio got a bit messed up, so let's just bring that up a bit. That's still ambience fixed. Dialogue can go a bit up. Let's see how that works. Okay, let's go
You're not one
to
for waiting in lines, are
Elmer
you?
in this embassy. And remember, all this is in a tree. Do we have things while we're here? Yes. We need to see a banker. That will keep, that will keep, that will keep. Nice. Anything else here? No, not really. Okay. Oh, and please guys, we still don't have a pet with us. So we have quite a few pets to choose from. So please let me know which one tickles your fancy, and then we can choose that one. We've got the Scorian Fireling, Stonefire Scamp, Blue Dragon Imp, Swamp Jelly, Regal Dragon Imp, Scintillant, Dover Fly, Unstable Morphle. We've got a little Mouse, Bog Dog, Cold Harbor Bantam Gua, Dwarven Theodolite, Ebony Brasilisk, this little thing, Energetic Dwarven Shock Spider, Fledgling Terrorbird, Gloam, Griffin Fledgling, Grizzly Mummy Tabby, the Jackal, Pronged-eared Odd-eye Cat, yes, a Snowball as a buddy. If you have never seen this, it's literally a snowball. A Silver Wolf, a Panther Cub, Veil Saber Cat, Turtle Haj Mota thingy, and a Voriplasm. Domestic, we've got the cat, the dog, Breton Terrier, the Covenant Breton Terrier, the Dominion Breton Terrier, the Pact Breton Terrier, and a Powder White Coney. So, if something tickles your fancy, please let me know, so that we can maybe choose one, and as well as maybe give it a name. We can rename them as well. So where were we? Oh yes, going to the embassy. Which way are the stables? That's a cool mount. I'm just waiting for better endeavor mounts before we choose something. The current ones are lacking a bit, and they don't tickle my fancy.
What are you afraid of? Do what you promised.
Ooh, okay, these are all the Khajiits. So I reckon they're here for the story, to be able to get the embassy. I think it was almost a year that it was promised to them. Well, let's see if we can steal some stuff. They don't want to build Khajiits an embassy. Who am I to not steal from them? Bowl of stew, they can be nice. Okay, where are we off to? Oh, fake chest, come on.
Help! Someone is showing no respect for private property!
Nah.
suppose a wanderer like you wouldn't know what busy looks like. I will demonstrate. Feel free to observe, quietly and from a distance.
Prince Naemon said I should speak with you.
Oh, forgive my manners. There's so much to do in preparing for Queen Irene's ratification ceremony. Tempers fray, as I'm sure you can understand. But if Prince Naemon sent you, it must be important. What can I do for you?
Why isn't the Khajiit embassy constructed yet?
Why would Prince Naemon care about that? If they are too lazy to build their own embassy, can't they afford an inn?
Prince Naemon says it was your responsibility.
Well, of course, I ordered it done. I hired some wood elves to excavate the stone and set aside supplies for Khajiit to use. It isn't my fault if the locals couldn't do their jobs.
Where are the supplies?
Check our storeroom. The Khajiit didn't even bother to pick up the supplies. In the meantime, I'm off to locate Prince Naemon. If he didn't send you here with his blessing, I'll see you face Dominion justice.
Okay, so is it just me or are high elves?
We'll see what
They
Prince Naemon
think a
thinks
lot
your
of
impertinent
themselves. Which is all fine and dandy. By all means, if you are good at something, be best at it and flaunt it and all those nice things.
That's far enough. The storeroom is off limits. Ambassador Tarinway's orders.
Ambassador Tarinway sent me to inspect the storeroom.
She did? That's different then. Show me her orders and I'll stand aside.
She didn't give me any orders.
Then I can't let you inside. Her instructions were very specific. No one gets in without her written permission. I'm to remain at my post until relieved. Except in an emergency, of course.
Is it? So what kind of emergency?
The Khajiits could riot. That would be bad. Very bad. Or a fire, of course. But the chances of that happening are slim.
Do we just go for intimidate or do we have fun? Let's go for fun. Never mind, I'll figure something out.
Very well. I'll be here waiting on those orders.
Sure, big boy.
What am I going to do? Have to clear all this rubbish before the end of my shift. Ambassador's orders, they said.
You could always burn it.
Do you think so? I wouldn't want to burn down the embassy.
These buildings are stone. They won't burn.
You're right. And I can stay here to make sure it doesn't get out of hand. Thanks for the suggestion.
You're welcome. Burn away.
Smoke? What's going on?
Anyway. Yes, we could have just intimidated him, but what's the fun in that? The blankets inside this crate are full of holes and tools are broken. All of the supplies inside are worthless. This food sack is full of rotten meat, old bones and spoiled grain. There's nothing edible inside. So what's in the tub? Ooh, this is high up. Oh well.
Where is the guard? And what are you doing here?
Prince Naemon.
I'd expected you would solve problems at the embassy, not cause them. Do you realize what's happening out here? Oh, never mind. Explain what you were doing in that storeroom.
Technically I was in the tower when you saw me. Ambassador Tarinwi told me to search the storeroom.
Why would she do that? Oh, never mind. Well, what did you find?
The supplies reserved for the Khajiit are useless.
Typical bureaucratic corruption. I expected better of the ambassador. No matter. Supplies can be replaced. What about the Khajiit embassy? Did she say why construction hasn't begun?
She said she hired a local work crew to collect stone from the nearby ruins.
What do you mean, collect stone? That should have happened months ago. They should be ready to build it. I'll talk to the ambassador myself. Put the fear of the Dominion into her.
The ambassador said she was heading to look for you.
I'm surprised we didn't pass each other on the road. Get to those ruins and find that work crew. I want to know why they haven't done their jobs. I won't have Queen Iren's word impugned by someone else's incompetence.
Yes, Princey. So, told you, it's a he said, she said, they did this, they should have done this type of deal. Okay, so let's go to the...
Ifri knows. I have the patience of a tree.
Pay it.
The gods smile on those who pay their debts.
The multiple cuts on his wood elf's body appear to have come from an axe. His hands are calloused and he wears the simple clothing of a tradesman. Broken cards. The surface of this card is covered in a layer of fine dust. It appears to have been hacked apart. Azar.
So you're standing over the body of a dead wood elf. Nearly put an arrow in your throat. Good thing I recognise you.
Oh, did you now? Who are you? What are you doing here?
Azareth, I'm Dusk Ranger. We work directly for King Camoran Eredon.
Oh, really?
So you Azareth, I'm Dusk Ranger. We work directly for King Camoran Eredon. Saw you earlier in the throne room. The king had his suspicions about the missing work crew and asked me to look into it. Seems we both have a stake in this.
How much do you know about what's going on?
I know enough. Khajiit owed an embassy. They're angry the High Elves are dragging their feet to build it. Seemed like politics until a dozen stonemasons vanished without a trace. The king sent me to find out why.
Why did the king send you?
Before
Really,
the
to find
Dominion,
out why.
King Camoran Eredon nearly lost a civil war. I came to see if the missing stonemasons were targeted by the Black Sap Rebellion. But Black Sap would have displayed the bodies, not left them as food for Horvor.
Then who did this?
The king suspects Ambassador Tarinway has been up to no good. Little things, some of her associations. But he can't accuse his allies of undermining the whole alliance. So he sent me to deal with it.
Deal with it how?
Ambassador Tarinway used criminals to smuggle supplies. Never directly, but enough for us to notice. I'm not saying she had these stonemasons killed, but I'd like to ask her myself. Problem is, there's nothing we can do while she's in the Altmer embassy.
Ambassador Tarin left the Altmer embassy earlier, after I questioned her.
If she left the embassy, she knows someone's onto her. She'll go to ground, try to flee. Have someone smuggle her out of Grahtwood. We should probably stop her. Meet me by the Middens, at the base of the Elden Tree. I'll be there shortly.
Alright, I'll meet you there. Interesting. Alden Hollow. Oh. Where are we supposed to go here? Around, I guess. Advertisement. No, stay on track. Really? Running around this bloody tree roots. Well, there's a lot of monkeys if we need some meat. Sorry, I'm just quickly getting this voice. Way shrine. Nazareth.
They call this place the Middens because it's where all the refuse ends up. We clear them out now and again, but they always come back. Necessary evil, I'm told.
Are you certain Ambassador Tarinwi is inside?
Spoke with someone I trust. She's definitely here. We should get moving. We're not far behind her.
What's the plan if we find her?
Capture her, bring her in for questioning. Find proof she's behind this so Prince Naaman doesn't explode with outrage. Never thought I'd hunt a high elf ambassador.
What can we expect to find in the Middens?
Smugglers, skooma addicts, and more than a few criminals. They keep to themselves, but sometimes they band together to repel outsiders. Kind of like a filthier version of the Dominion.
How do you recommend we proceed?
Our goal is to find Ambassador Tarinwi before she buys passage out of Grahtwood. Staying in the shadows, avoiding unnecessary conflict. That's what I'd do.
Okay, but not me.
But there's a lot of ground to search. I'll follow your lead.
Let's go in gungs ho. Ooh, chest, hello. Okay, the Middens. I don't think this is a delve or something like that. I think it's more of a storyline type of zone. Okay. Here we go. Good or bad? Not exactly sure what we are looking for. Low, low, low. Okay. I reckon we need to get lower.
Prince Naaman sent someone to the embassy. We have to leave before we're discovered.
I need to work on my poison arrow as well.
On your feet. You're coming with me.
Why? Where are you taking me?
The King Camoran Eredon. where you'll answer for crimes against the Dominion.
You'll have me killed and served for dinner.
Let's go this way anyway.
Proven guilty.
We need to exit
You
now.
are. None of us can
That was easier than I thought. Any books or chests or... whatever. I think it's up here. So there's we now need to start looking at getting some decent gear and what skills we will be using for PvP. The last time we did it, I think it was in running through the city like a chicken or something like that. We did.
Please, listen to me for just a moment. It's very important.
And that was just an example of we are very outclassed
Can you believe
on gear and
dragons
on
in your own homeland?
stuff like that.
The Dread Lady demands
And
an
I think
audience.
that we need to... Is this the advertisement? No. And I think we need to spend a little time on that before we go to Cyrodiil and actually trying to do something with it. You will see that we are getting better at it, but there's still a lot of room for improvement. But I think we can do it together. So, okay, back in the throne room.
You've returned. What have you learned of the Khajiit embassy?
Ambassador Tarinwi conspired against the Dominion.
Oh, good. Nothing I enjoy more than talk of conspiracy. Did the ambassador have a manifesto? They usually have manifestos. No matter. I trust you resolved it.
I captured Ambassador Tarinwi.
Splendid. I'll allow you the honour of informing Prince Naaman. Why not tell him the duly selected High Elf ambassador was working against the very Dominion she pledged to support? I'll sit in my throne and try not to gloat.
Something's up with this guy.
I heard what you said to the king. Ambassador Tarinwe, a traitor, my wife's killer, a loyal servant, and I, Queen Iren's representative in Eldenroot, required to thank you for your efforts. Very well. I'll provide no reason to question my duty to the Dominion.
What will happen to Ambassador Tarinwi?
We'll interrogate Ambassador Tarinwe until we know the extent of her treason. Then she'll die, as all traitors must.
Fair enough.
But no matter. Your efficiency in resolving this matter was commendable, and the Dominion rewards its servants.
Ah, thank you, King Princey.
Ambassador Tarinwe's betrayal could not have been more absolute. She knew...
Okay, but before we go on, I think that will be it. Thank you for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any tips, tricks or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. Or if you just want to be an arse, that's fine too. But if you liked it, please smash that like button, consider subscribing, and then I will see you in the next episode. Enjoy. Have a good one.